howdy hey. We're a wee bit on the live side here at the time of this. See if we keep it right there. I guess that'd be okay. At the time of this live recording. I'm just getting the tablet ready here. So hopefully you guys see me and hear me. All right, well, it appears that I seem to be live. All right, everything seems to be all right. It looks like I got two watching. Hello, you two. All right, I guess all is well. So far, so good. This is 11 by 15 inch double layered watercolor paper, and you might not see it on your, hey Billy, you might not see it on your screen, but there is a basket there, and I'll lightly sketch out the basket so you at least see the basket. Down below I've got cad yellow, cad orange, dioxazine purple, and some sap green. So that's what we have, at least so far. Okay, I'll lightly sketch out the basket so you at least know where the heck it is. It doesn't have to be a perfect sketch, it's just you a little skeleton view of where the basket is, more or less. All right. I sketched it in lightly in white pencil. Hello, Aurora. How are you? Sketching out quickly a basket, just using a little white paint and some water. Really thin skeleton view of the basket so you at least know where the thing is. And it's not like you're going to see the whole basket by the time everything's done, but at least you know the representation. At least, you know, pretty much know where this thing is. All right. Okay. And the basket we'll pretty much sketch in first, for those who might not be familiar with painting the basket. These are all guidelines to kind of aim toward a little spot right there. All right. So basically you're just drawing an elongated teardrop, and you connect it. All right. And you just do the handle. All right, which is just a shape of a U, or upside down a U or an N. Okay, and you kind of double it there. There's a connecting point where the basket kind of switches or twists, which is right in there. So that way you guys can see that. Hey Beth, thank you. Great, it's good to see you. I don't do too many baskets anymore. There's no specific reason why, you know, I guess I just don't. So I decided to, so one of these Fridays I don't have really too much happening, too much going on, so I'm like, well, might as well get online and do a little something. If you see me glance to the extreme left of me, which might be the right for you, I'm just looking at the large monitor. That's all. Everything seems to be clear, everything's in focus. So for a while, the camera that you're looking at me with used to be the main camera because it has such a clear picture all the time. But the camera, it's a webcam, and it would have to be ridiculously close to me, so I'd have to adjust and move myself to get it close enough to the board where it's comfortable. I feel comfortable that you can see everything without me moving everything around. But because it was so close to me, like right here, I would hit it, or the cable wasn't long enough, it would go behind my back and behind the chair, and I had to be careful jostling and moving it around. So I bought an extension for a USB, a true extension. So hopefully it's a powered one. And that way, if it does work out, then I'll just use the Logitech as the main camera. So anyway, enough of all that babbling. Let's get to painting this thing. All right, I believe it's somewhat dry enough for me to slap on a light coat of glycerin. Like I said, we'll do the basket first, then we'll do just some fauna up around it and everything, and we'll work with it that way. All right, here we go. Light coat of vegetable glycerin, very light. Like I said, this is not pencil, this is paint, so it's not going to really wear away. Very reflective. I don't want to go all over the place with the glycerin as of yet. I'll just do it around where the basket is. And it's, like I say, it's a very light coat. And I'll just keep it like that. I just want to coat this part anyway first. So, okay. We'll go for a white basket, but I'm going to tint the white with a little bit of, you can look down here, you'll see it. I'll just tint the white with a wee bit. I guess I'll tint it with some orange. Okay. So it'll be a nice light tint. I'm using a 1/2-inch brush also. And after I get done tinting this white, I'll highlight some parts of the basket with pure white, so to give it a more of a rounded feature. Okay. Alrighty then, let's start with these. Very simple, just kind of go with the flow, with the curve of the way the basket is. All right, now I'm gonna use, this is where the 1/2-inch comes into play. We'll zoom up a little bit. I think that should be good enough. We'll concentrate on the bottom basket. Okay, and here we go. I'll just take it and we're gonna make little strokey thingies like that. And you're just gonna do it just like so. Follow it all the way around. Follow it around. It's not too bright yet, but that's all right. So it's the first layer, just like so. Okay, now I'm gonna dip more into my white. Dip a little bit of orange in it just to tint the orange. I don't have to add any medium to this because the medium is already on the basket itself. So it can do to be a little brighter. It's really the glycerin that's making it really slippery like that. And I'm just making elongated letter U's. Just like that. And we're just going to continue that. All right. As a matter of fact, I'll do it this way. I'll do it this way. Just like that. And you continue it on the other side here. Let them overlap a little bit. Okay. And just keep doing it. Keep following it. They make their own pattern. And since you're not a machine, all right, they're not going to come out exactly even, and you're not looking for even. Very simple. As you can see quickly, it starts to form its own shape. Okay. So you can make a very convincing basket, and you can make it in whatever color you feel. It's one of the reasons why I do these tutorials. Just showing people a way, an easier way to do them. Now the glycerin, if you put too much on, has a tendency to run, so you might see some of this running, and that's okay, because it can be painted over again and painted over again. Okay, so if you use a little too much glycerin, it will run, but you just use some more paint that will soak it up a little bit. All right, basket, it does have a rim on it, so I'll just take it and pop a rim right across it here, just like so. Like I said, you're not going to really see all of the basket when it's said and done, but it's, you know, it's there. I'll come up on the other side. Now here on the other side, I can just kind of destroy that bottom edge here. Don't matter. It doesn't even matter that it's white, because it's going to be covered with purple or whatnot. So it's just filling it in, just like so. No big deal. Just fill it right in. All right. I will give the impression that it is somewhat of a white basket. So wherever you want to have your highlights for the white basket, you just put them in there. Kind of follow its path along there. Okay. So you're getting depth and shading just by doing this and just repeating it on itself a little bit. You don't have to cover the whole thing in white. I'm pretty sure you guys hear the dog out there. And I'm using nothing but pure titanium white. It will give the appearance, once again, of a white basket. And kind of maybe give it a little rim or something right there. Like I said, I don't have to cover all of it with pure white. And you truly don't. Just little specks of it. It gets less and less as we go further around that bowl there. And be sure to wipe away, because you might be picking up some of that orange and it will contaminate the white just a tad. Pecan baby, been a minute. How are you? Look at that. Surprise, surprise. How are you? It's good to see you. All right, that would, I think that'll do. That'll work. Like I say, I don't have to cover up all of that, because some of that you are not going to see anyway. And it helps with the shading. All right, we're going back into our little bit of orange, a little bit of white. We're going to play around with this handle up there. The handle's a little different. It's a series of, like you're painting the letter S. We'll start right here where it will get kind of long right here at the top. Let's bring that downward. Right there should be fine. Okay, so we'll start right here where the turn is. Turn it, gets thick like the letter S, and it gets thin like that. Because it's turning here, and it's going to go in another direction. So we'll start with this one. And like I say, it's a little bit on the, almost like you're painting a leaf. And this one's going in one direction. Now after that long stroke, if you can kind of see it, a series of small S's like this. See? Make sure you get yourself a flat edge brush that keeps a pretty tight edge. And I'm just doing the illusion of the, there, just like that. Just the illusion of the strands on this wicker basket. When we come to the other side, same difference, but just going in another direction. They don't have to be perfect at all. Actually, that helps more than hinders. And if you notice, I didn't go all the way down to the other side, because it's going to be covered anyway. All right. No problem. I do remember about your son, and I understand. Hello, Johnny. Yes, Art Sherpa. Cinnamon. She's good people. She's a nice lady. Talk to her from time to time. I did a few of her tutorials in the beginning. Her and Jane Font, those guys. I think Jane was on earlier today too. She had quite a hiatus herself. Okay, I'm just expanding the glycerin. Glycerin, when it's warm in your room, glycerin will tend to run. All right, and have no fear if it does. You can always straighten it back out. I'll show you, because it's starting to run here. That's because of the heat, and I probably put plenty of it on. So it starts to run. Don't panic. This is how easy you get rid of that. See, just wipe it away. It's okay. Just wipe it away. And where it's running at, you're gonna barely see anything anyway. We got the majority of the basket, at least on that edge, covered. So don't worry, no panic. It's okay. It will be fine. All right, wherever your light source is, you just add that little bit of white, like that. Get plenty of white so it stays white. No glycerin or anything's needed. Real subtle. When the other colors are added into it that are dark, much darker, you'll see the white. It's like that. Tend to clean my brush often in this stage because I do want the titanium white to stay titanium white. Coat both sides of the brush. Okay, we'll come here, we'll add a little stripe, we'll fade it away. Like that. And we'll keep the white on the left side. Or the right side is on the right side here. Just like that. Just the inside. Boom. Turn my brush around. I know I got some extra there. And just coating the 1/2. Just like this. A lot of people get a little intimidated. It's really the strokes. Okay. And I'll show you that when I start doing leaves and stuff of that nature. Okay. I should really establish somewhat of a dark base down there. So let's get a little bit of umber. I'll put the umber right here. Don't think I'm going to use too much of these colors as I go further along in the painting. That means I have to save it. So I got a little bit of umber. I go into the Doxazine purple, just darken up the umber a little bit. I don't want to gray it out, but this dark will be fine. I have glycerin down here, so I'll just add somewhat of a shadow there. Just like that. At least give a semblance of something flat there, right? No more than that. Remember there's glycerin there, so everything's kind of slippery. It's going to move around a bit. Let's put this flat brush right here because I'll be going back into it soon. I'll take some blender of some sort. Doesn't really matter at this stage. All right. Yep, you guys can see it clearly enough. And I'll just kind of, maybe the glycerin did dry up a little bit. Yeah. I'll just give it a good press. I should have used a smaller brush for this. Get out of there. Yep, I should have. This one's too soft. I shall go to a filbert. Maybe the filbert to move around a little bit more. Let's see. I might not have enough glycerin down there. It might have started to dry up a little bit. It's got some here, so that's why I'm able to move it and fade it like that. But it's starting to dry up around here. If you encounter something like this, like what I'm encountering, which is fine, the glycerin will reactivate it and it'll start to fade out, because that's what it's doing. I'm borrowing glycerin from over here. I'm just putting it on top of here, and it just reactivates it and it starts to fade out on you a little. So what's going on with it is really okay. I'll just dip a little bit of glycerin in there. It'll reactivate this stuff, and it, as you see, it starts moving around there. See, I'm doing that on purpose to show you that it is moving around. It reactivates what's happening with it there. Okay, there'll be plants and stuff covering this too. I just needed a nice little deep base there. Here, I'll kind of fade this base out a little bit. Keep that one a little more solid there. Fade everything else out. I can go back in and darken up where I want it to be a little darker. particularly underneath this thing. So it's all tones and shades and moving your paint around. The more you get accustomed to it, the more comfortable you are using this method. Okay. All right. That's about right. We're going to come up around this area right here. Okay. Like I say, see, it's still running in spots, but I'm not too concerned about the running. It's just a little bit of running around there. Okay. I want to go for I'll stick with the half-inch brushes. Let's get a little bit of purple. I'm going to put the purple, I'll put it right here by the orange. It doesn't matter right now. The orange is pretty dried up anyway. I'm going to get a little bit of titanium white. We're going to lighten that purple up a little bit, just like this. I'm going to take some glycerin and put it in my brush, then put it into the paint. So now we got a little bit of glycerin in the purple. Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. Just pop it in there, where the bowl is. Just like that. Just cover up the inside of the bowl. Don't matter. We're gonna come out here with it. Just like that. Come out here a little bit. Maybe behind it here, right in here a little. Something like this. Something up here, up around in this area here. Come on upward like that. We might put some over around in here. We can kind of use your finger and smudge some of that out. Fade it out there, smudge it. Let it blend out a little bit. Something like that. All right. Okay. Let's take some of that same purple. We'll add some background stuff to it. Okay. Right in here, we'll just kind of add some cute little background things flopping around in there. It's like that. I'm just using the purple and the glycerin that's in it. Using the colors here. It's like that. Put some back up here. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys see a little bit. Let's draw back a little. There. Definitely background stuff doesn't have to be too perfect. As a matter of fact, you can just take it and kind of, if you can, just blend a little bit of it out. Kind of, you don't have to keep the edges so perfect. You can rub them out a little bit. They're back there. And they're essentially just background things I'm doing. All right, it's like that. So it just gives the eye something to follow along and watch a little bit there. Much like that. Don't worry about things like that. They go away. Let's go a little bit darker. They're going to still be in the background. A little darker purple. I'm getting a little glycerin. I'm going to loosen up the paint just a little bit. Glycerin makes your paint a little transparent also. So, you know, something else to keep in mind. Let's go thick and thin like that. I'm just getting a little darker. A little darker. And we'll pop one across here. It's just variances of come here, come down, turn it around like that. Yep, you guys can see it all right. Just little bits of darker purple. Like I say, these guys are in the back. This because these are darker, I can kind of play around and go in front of the basket like that a little. And maybe we'll have one kind of snaking around and right here, just kind of cut across like that. Okay. Let's play. Let me get a Well, this isn't good. Where did I put them? Nice. I don't know where I've put my other packet of brushes. I have some brushes that are specifically for florals, and with me moving things around and jostling things, I think I may have set them somewhere where I cannot reach them, and I don't see them anywhere near my person. Therefore, we'll just use this filbert. This one's a little larger than what I really wanted to deal with, but it's okay. We're gonna deal with it right here. We'll use this fella. What can you do? Let's go more into our dioxazine purple. Come in here. It's got a touch of glycerin. Needs a little bit more. Just a little touch of glycerin there. All right. So we'll put little hydrangea looking things in here, and we'll just go out and in like that. Flat, turn it. All right. Flat, turn it. Flat, turn it. Flat, turn it. And you got one there. Okay. And we can just build right off of that. And what you do is, see these? Go in different directions with them. These guys are also in the back. Doesn't matter right now. As you see, they're darker, and it's all right. It's gonna start lightening up as I keep doing them. These are a little large, so I have to kind of really space them here in a certain way. I'll probably add different lighter ones in here, but it's just filler right now. And while it's wet, I'll probably blend a little bit of these. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. And the more I do it, as you can see, the lighter they're getting. And it's all right. Once you get accustomed to doing them, you can do them rather quickly. As you see, stuff starts leaking. Just get rid of it. It's all right. They bump into each other, they cross over each other, they're all in the way. You got little bits of hydrangeas flopping all over the place. It's all right, it's all good. Let's get a small bit of white. A little touch of glycerin there. And you put some of these lighter ones. I'll put the lighter ones up around here. It's kind of where the light source is. You'd be surprised how much white you would need to make a difference. As you see, that didn't make much of a difference at all. Okay. But this one does. See that? Just little tear shapes. And put them in various spots there. Pop some out here. Maybe a couple out here. Like that. Go back into your brighter purple. And pop some of those lighter guys back here. Just like that, little pieces of whatever down there. Okay. Try not to go in the same direction all the time. Just like that. Yep, you guys can see it. I'm going to get a nice little trail of them there. Just like that. A little more white. We'll get some super bright ones to kind of catch the light out here a little bit, like that. Maintain that teardrop shape though. You give an attempt to get a teardrop shape in there. Alright, it takes practice. The smaller the brush, the more you can pretty much put in there. Okay, well, kind of eke a couple out this way. Yeah, bright one there. It's like so. All right, something like that. Nobody's saying anything here. Nobody's talking to me. You make me feel so alone. Every once in a while the chat freezes, so I'll hit the little refresh button to see if anybody did say anything or not. And I take it you're not saying jack, so I will leave it alone. Let's go back to our half-inch brush here. Let's throw some greenery in there. So let's take our sap green. We'll put it right here where this white is. The white's probably stone right about now, so we'll just get a little touch of white in there. Maybe even play with some yellow in it. A little touch of glycerin, just a small touch. Now the white paint is opaque, and it just makes the white paint or the green paint stick out a little more because it's got glycerin in it. So, all right, we'll put one right here, like that. And we'll have it come down, make it root off and come this way, and we'll have one come on that way, like that. Let's get a little more yellow in that same green, a little more white, make a bright one, just like this. There we go. Something that'll really stick out. Put a little glycerin in it, just a little bit. A little goes a long way. These will be even closer. We'll have one come. How about here, like this? Come out and just come out and just dangles down to the ground. We'll give it a little curve there, and we'll have one. He's a little shorter. He comes out that way. Oh. And if you haven't noticed, I do things in either 3s, 5s, 7s, something like that. All right. So odd numbers look better. Okay. I'm just checking stuff out here. I'll have one lingering this way, kind of like that. He's in the back there. I'll smudge him a little bit. We kind of have a little something up there with that. Kind of play with him, smudge him out like that, and then we'll tighten him up. And we'll go in here. We'll tighten him up there. That's fine. Put a baby something here like that, and then come on down here like this. All right. Smudge out a corner there. Blend them out, just like so. Okay, Johnny. All right, I see you. I was getting self-conscious. Not really, but you know, a little bit of dark green. Let's go into that brown with the green here. Get it kind of deep. It's got glycerin on it, so I don't have to mess around with it too much. But I am putting some umber into this green to make it really unattractively bold. All right. We'll start cranking in some leaves here and there, some greenery. Okay, like say maybe one here. We'll get it thick and thin it out like that. That's one batch. We'll have one right here, just kind of coming down like this, thick, and we'll come to a point like that. We'll stick one out here like this. Okay, it's like that. Yeah, why the heck not? Pop one right up in here like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, need one more. We'll pop it right here. Something like that. If they overlap, they overlap. That's all right. Spice of life. It's okay. Just getting a little more brown, a little more green. Mix it in there. A little more brown. Okay. Not much on the glycerin this time. I want these to kind of stand out a little bit. And then we'll kind of expand this and do each one at a time. All right, whatever you want to be the petal that sticks out, up to you. All right, the one you do first will probably be the one that gets covered. It's usually your second or third ones that kind of overlap the other ones. All right, but when they're all the same color and they're kind of close like this, doesn't matter. The way I'm doing these type of leaves, I'll show you in a second here. I'm just happy I don't have to switch the camera around. I'll show you with the other ones up front there. Okay, these two guys. Let's wipe off the rest of the gook off the brush there. Get a little tap of glycerin and we'll kind of thin up this paint. Paint's relatively thick. All right, I need you to see the angle. Let's do this one. See that angle? Your brush will maintain that angle. Come out a little bit further and maybe press down and do a little S. Each one gets a little shorter and it kind of aim down here. So all of those leaves, they aim at a certain point, which gives you that peculiar look of those type of plants. These type of leaves anyway. All right. There's many ways to do these. I just showed you a couple different variations on that. Oh, these are like the letter S, just like I did these. I'm just putting them closer together. It gives you kind of a more of a narrowed, tapered look for that leaf. See how that looks compared to these? Okay. All right. We might just go a little more traditional today. I'm going into my yellow, going into some titanium white. Got to beef up that titanium yellow. It's transparent all by itself. I'm inching in slowly into that green. Slowly. The brighter the color, the less of it you need. Now this is where people get a little stuck at. Just getting this would work. Okay, so if you're a little heavy-handed with your highlights, we'll go right here. Just a little press, drag, and you slowly lift up it. If you're a little heavy-handed with it, you either take it and go into the flower or go in reverse and just smooth it out a little bit. It's like that. So it's really up to you. But keep the same markings. You're going toward the imaginary dot there with it. We'll do the same thing with this fella here. Give a little press and then choo, 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 choo. I'm going heavy-handed on purpose. And you just taper it. Go in from the yellow into the green or go from the green into the yellow. Whatever you prefer, whatever you want to show the most. Okay. But as you notice, it's starting to get that characteristic look. It's all about really the hand stroke. I'm going into a little bit of glycerin, thinning the paint just a tad because it's getting a little tacky. Right here. Here's the ones that I kind of closely knit together. And you just keep that same close knit. I'm overlapping a little bit. So it gives you a different look to this leaf. See that? And once again, if you don't want all the yellow, go from the green that way. Very soft. Look at that. And you leave it alone. Don't bother it anymore. Don't play putter or piddle. Get what you want to get and then get out. Press, fade away. Press, fade away. Think of an airplane taking off. You seen how smoothly the plane takes to the air when it takes off? Think of it that way. All right. Okay. We can go a little bit brighter for that highlight. But of course I ran off white paint, which is kind of a good thing. I would rather run out and put more in than just to get a giant glob of white paint and then have to throw it away later. I'm going to get into painting different varieties of flowers too. I think I'll start concentrating on doing irises because irises are pretty much my favorite flower. But paint them the least. Sad, I know. But they are my favorite. I've only done a few. Put him in there a little bit more. And then I'll just slightly. There we go. If it's not bright enough, because I know I got a white basket, I might have to just use straight titanium white. I really don't want to, but I might have to on a certain number of these guys, not every one. Some of these can come out like that and then skip a few. It's like that. Put the characteristic line in there for them. I don't have to highlight every section. All right. With a bright side, you have to have dark. Okay. I'll just tease a little bit of purple, and I might just get, I'll slap a little brown, but I think I'll just keep it mostly purple. A little bit of glycerin, loosen up the paint. They'll start to come out once you put that shadow in there. And I can kind of continue that shadow around here. Give them a little depth in there, because you got a flower that's kind of on top of the other one, so obviously it's a little darker. Just like so. And you do the same thing with the dark area, you just kind of fade that. See? Alright, okay. Yeah, we'll shadow him because there's going to be something on top of this fella. We'll shade him pretty good there. Or up around in here. Just like that. Something's going to be over that guy. I'm taking a little glycerin, put it in the same spot. Now it turns into a glaze, because now I have more glycerin than paint. Alright. And we're going to go from the inside out. This. Because we got to feel we're not going to see too much of this guy. Just like that. Let's shade him in there. Let's give him a little shading here. Especially up in this area. Just like that. Don't have to do much with that fella. He's just back there. I'm going into my bright. If I got enough in there, I'll look at the brush. See if I got enough. I'm going back and forth. I'll get a little touch of white there. Mixing in with this yellow green. I'll just inch some of that green into this bright color. And we'll get these center lines to kind of stick out a little bit more. I'm usually using the end of the corner of the brush to get such a thin line. Just like that. Now, this, oh no, I don't have to move the camera. Okay, that handle has now dried. And when acrylic paint dries, it dries through evaporation. And everything gets a little bit flat. Therefore, strengthen it up a little bit. Look at this. Yeah. Now, if I had a deeper background than what I have, these would come out even more. And so I'm just strengthening the parts where I feel it needs to say, hey, I'm back here. Just a little bit here and there. And it's just to kind of get that line going, at least half of it right there. Yep, you guys can see that. I might eke one there. Not all over the place. I don't really technically have to put it there at all. I shouldn't have took the white out because I could have highlighted this fella right up here on top. Like that. Get out of there. maybe a little bit of something here. Yeah, about that much. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get a little bit of let's get a little bit of orange. Orange is also semi-transparent. You need a little bit of white to beef it up a little bit. Okay, all right. Slight touch of glycerin, just a tiny bit. Once again, just to loosen up the paint a little bit. This is, I should have used a different brush. This is too I didn't think about it, but it's all right now. It's a little too late. Right up in here. Pop some different varieties of these fellows down in here, in the back here. Just like that. Just have them kind of float around back here. Just like that. Some little petals flopping around. Bring them right off the page there a little bit. Just like that. Some stuff. We'll put some more stuff back here. Put them down there on the ground. Like that. Space them out here and there. Just like that. Just things. Okay. Let's show you how to make the wiggle leaves real fast. I'll use the same orange. I'll use orange, a little touch of white. We'll marble it. We'll have it kind of sloppily put there. Let's do it. We'll do it around in here. Some bright orangey whatever. It's right up around here like this. And we will curve one around like this. Like that. All right. And what I do is press, wiggle, come back up, give it a little point, and there you go. Press, wiggle, come back up, point. Now once you get a couple of these, you do these pretty fast. All right. I use the orange and white mix so it sticks out a little more. Put it right here. Ugh. Where my cell phone is positioned, when I bring my paint back, I hit it. So I got some very attractive orange white paint on my phone. But it's acrylic, it wipes off. So I even have to tell myself, hashtag don't panic, idiot. Just mark your own phone. Well, I guess I just made my phone more distinct if I lose it. But you see now how things are starting to fill up and it looks like an actual basket. Yes. Okay. Hey, Chrissy, welcome. And thank you. I was just explaining to them about color and whatnot, and I got my cell phone in way too close proximity of my spider arms, and I just made my outside of my phone a very attractive orange white. All right. I'm thinking of something up here in this corner. Too late. I already thought of it. I'm gonna already do it. Let's go with a little orange and a white mix. I don't know if I would recommend it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So we'll put something saying hello up here. Thin line right there. And we'll go like this. Okay, here, I'll show it to you this way. We'll go up there. All right, here we go. Look at this. Okay, there. You got a kite. Okay. You fill in the kite. There. You filled in your kite. But look at the lines. And look at the peak right there. That little dot right there. Okay. Your brush is along this line. All right. Bring it out a little bit. Press. Aim right there. Now I'm gonna need glycerin because I can feel that. There's no glycerin back there, so I have to put it in the paint. But be careful, because once you put the glycerin in there, it makes your paint notoriously transparent. Alright. The white just makes it opaque just enough. Alright, we'll do that again. Just like that. Press. Aim toward that dot. Okay. And you do it on the other side. Aim toward that dot. Just like that. I'll add another one right here. Alright. Anyway, that's one. Oh. I'll just be annoying and come around and I'll just kind of flop one right here. And here's another version right here. Alright. And once again, I'm just doing it without the triangle. And we'll come around here. Get some crazy shapes. Now here's what I talked about, that transparent paint. Because now you can still see the handle through the leaf. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, green and purple got a nice little contrast to them. Let's go with a little bit. Now remember, orange is kind of semi-transparent, but we already got orange on there, even though it's mixed with the white. So we'll just use regular orange. We'll keep the transparent state so you can still see a little bit of that basket. So nothing but orange right out the tube. Because orange is semi-transparent, so you still see it, but you still see it. If you can follow what I just meant. Okay, you can still see it, but you can still see it. Meaning you see the paint, the straight orange paint, but you also still see the background through it. That's what I'm referring to. Let's brighten it up a little bit like that, and then we'll just add a line. Let's expand that a little bit more. Take a, ooh, that's too much. That's too much. Tiny bit of white. Just like that. Very, very fine. Give it a little push and bring it in. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go into my umber. I'll put the umber right here by the orange. It's just gonna gray it out a little bit. No more, no less. And it's a good complement for a dark color. Like so. A little more brown. I will kind of deepen that up a little bit. There. And we'll smooth that out. Blend it. There. Even though it's getting dark, you can still see the transparency there. Translucent now. We'll play around with the other side there. Oh, just a little bit, maybe something like that. I'll drag it in this way. There. Brown is related to orange, which is why it matches the way it matches. Bet you didn't know that. Well, you know it now. Umber is a brown with more green in it. Green. Any brown that's a sienna is a brown with more red in it. So if you add blue to umber, you're going to get a very nice deep forest green. Just thought I'd let you know. There we go. Now we'll go straight white. Using the corner of the brush, the little tip of the brush, boom. Come up here and do the same thing real quick. All right. If I don't like something, I'll wipe it away and then redo it like that. This will be a beautiful card on Mother's Day. Yeah, I guess it would. A little large for a card, but yeah, it would. Alrighty. And how you feeling, Chrissy? I'll let this tack up a bit. I'll chat with you guys. Actually, as I'm chatting with you guys, hey, Sandy. Mwah. I was not around when you went live, but I did listen to the repeat. And, you know, I had a feeling that they would have arrived today. I just didn't look at my little sticker, my little mail tab. But awesome. I don't know when you're going to be on, but I know that you were talking about helping out a few people that are close to you. So maybe they'll help out there. You got more than plenty. You probably got enough to last at Christmas. What is the difference between transparent and translucent, Johnny? Okay. Transparent. Transparent paint. When you put a paint on a dark surface or a black surface and it still appears to be black, transparent. When you paint a subject over an already painted subject, like for instance, a leaf over a basket handle, and yet you can make it appear so thin that you still see the basket handle through the leaf, okay, it's translucent. Jellyfish got translucent flesh. Not only does it glow, but you can, you know, see your hand if you put your hand in the back of a jellyfish before you get stung to death and die. But that's the difference. All right. Okay, Christy, I got it. I just read it. See, Chrissy, you done got everybody spoiled on them Thursdays. And man, when you're not on, you know, people start twitching. You know, they need the Chrissy, they need their fix. I'm cheating. I'm putting my signature on it already because, well, I'm cheating. We're gonna put some bigger flowers in there. But as I'm waiting for this stuff to tack up a little bit, I might as well just do this. Wow. It is incredible. Do you know it's November, right? But here in New York State, we've already broke records for heat yesterday. We might have broken another one today. We were at 71 yesterday. It's probably the same thing, if not a little bit warmer today. Because all I did was walk around town with just this t-shirt on. And some pants, of course, but essentially just this t-shirt. And it's going to be like this until next week. I don't remember. Well, yes, I do. I do remember maybe 95 or so. It got up to 80 in November. Craziness. So, hello, Mona. How are you? Okay, Chrissy. All good. Sweet Stacks, how are you? Ian, where's Ian? Is Ian here? How'd I miss him? If you're in here, Ian, hello. I don't see his name, but hello, Ian. You're right, exactly. And are they even on? I forgot all about that. You're right. because usually I wouldn't be on if they're on. No, I know we're over the 70-degree mark here. It's just crazy because we got fall colors, fall leaves. You're not going to see it because I shut the windows. It's just very bright in this room if I don't shut those blue windows, the shades. But yeah, we got fall colors and everything, but it's like 70 degrees outside. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous. And you know what? You are absolutely right. And I don't see that she was on either. She would actually just be on right now, as a matter of fact. Did they they couldn't have finished. Webcaster. Actually, I plan on getting one this weekend, another one. I'm gonna have it as a mobile unit. So, but it's the Epiphan Webcaster X2. Did they finish Ian Friday? Like it's done or what? Oh, it's gonna go into the 50s here. I mean, the 50s. Last night it was like, I don't know if it was maybe 57 degrees out. It was crazy. I think I walked the dog for 40 minutes. It was just beautiful outside. It was crazy. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. Huh. All right, Chrissy. Thanks. Wow. But yeah, you guys got a red moon. We had an awesome blue moon that I was able to see on Halloween. Now, just because of where we're positioned on this planet, we have a moon. Well, we got the 3/4 moon now. We have the 3/4 moon. Then right after the 3/4 moon is Mars. After Mars, it's Jupiter and Saturn. So we have the moon, Mars, then you look a little bit more and you have Saturn right here and Jupiter right here. So they're like together like this. So it's very, very weird. Oh, that's nice. Well, I hope you much success in the exhibition. So Sandy, when I know you're gonna be doing another auction in the next couple of weeks, I take it, right? Only part of the U.S. would be able to see that, Chrissy. Usually, we don't see that. Arizona, Utah, those places will see something like that. But then again, for a sunset or a sunrise, usually a sunset over here in the East Coast, when the sun sets, and depending on where you are, even though our eyes in the color spectrum don't see it very well, but there's a green glow on the sun. But it has a set, and it's only a certain amount of time you'll see the green ring around the sun. And I've seen it. Okay, but I did see it a few times. All right, let's throw some flowers in here, and then we'll call it a day because we're just past an hour here. So, well, I used up my purple. Well, not really. I'm just trying to think. I made so many red flowers. time to make a. I don't really want to use orange flowers either. But anyway, while I'm deciding, I gotta put another orange flower up there. I don't like the even number thing. So let's mix up some quick orangey brown stuff here real fast. Get a little bit of glycerin. Well, that's good. Like I said, I hope it turns out quite well for you. People have asked me to do gallery stuff, and I don't have no gallery worthy pieces. One, the paintings that I do for tutorials and examples like I'm doing now, one, they're kind of small. I'd have to get some 24 by 36 and some bigger canvases. I got one sitting in the back of the couch. I just never used it for anything, really. So it's just sitting there. And I still got that dinosaur painting to do that I keep putting off. And I really got to get cracking on that, on the T-Rex there. Well, that's wonderful. I applaud any artist that can really make a lot of people happy selling their work. I know I got a few people waiting for me to do another wave painting, and eventually I will get to doing that. I will get to it. My weekends are usually pretty busy in the morning. So I need to be actually rehearsing, practicing. But I'll get to it. It's relatively very early here still, so I'm not in a terrible rush to hit those keyboards in the back. But I'll get to it. Concerning I got a service to do tomorrow. And I'm just adding a few quick highlights to this fella back here. Alright, now we'll get to these guys. I might put 2 there, I might put 3 there, or I might put 1 giant one. No, never 1. I'll put 2, at least 2 of them. Man, I already did enough reds. Yeah, we'll do that then. Let's get some orange. We'll put some yellow ones up there. Why not? I haven't really messed around with shades and tones of the yellow. I don't need no white. I need more orange. Where's my orange? Oh, we'll knock these out real quick. You're welcome, Mona. Appreciate you stopping by and watching, saying hey. Appreciate all of you. Because you definitely don't have to, especially on a Friday. There's many others to do this. I'm actually quite early to be honest. I'm not usually on this early, for me anyway, on the East Coast. Okay, let's when you make a flower that is red, orange, there's specific colors that you kind of need that I ran out of, but it's all good. All right, orange semi-transparent I got. It's still a 1/2 inch, so I'll deepen it with a little bit of brown. So we'll get a couple, and this is for a yellow flower, believe it or not. Okay, so I've got some umber and some orange. Makes a funky, weird, trying to be gray, but it's still orange, and it looks like it's been put in a kern or something. All right, let's put one. Well, obviously got 3 leaves here, so let's slap one right in here. Look at that, already made spot. So we'll put it right up in here like this. Okay. good enough. Let's take some umber. We'll go up this high and we'll just kind of fan it out a little bit. It's like that, just kind of, you just need a darkened center of sorts. This will work fine. Yep, you guys can see it. Let's go up here. All right, so we have one there. Let's still take our muddy looking orange, which will turn out to be a yellow flower. Some of you may believe that. Some of you may think I lost all the marbles. I'm permitted to lose a few, but not all. We'll do one right. I kind of like one maybe a little lower. You know what? Yeah, we'll just put a droopy one right up in here like this. Matter of fact, he's covered by that leaf, so he'll flare out like this. Just like that. He'll flare out this way. And just like that. And we'll put the dark part like here, going out this way. Let's see if you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you guys can see it. All right, good. So we'll put that little darkness there. My dog cracks me up. He knows the voices of people that he deals with, so he doesn't say much. But if you get an unfamiliar voice, you're going to hear him loud and clear. All right, so we got something kind of darkish right here. I'll just straighten it up a little bit. All right, and we'll put something hanging around, maybe up in here somewhere. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just use those two. Maybe I'll just do those two. We'll see how that looks first. All right. Your phone's not good enough to see. Oh, crap. Yes. That's poo crack indeed. Gotta let wait for that tack up a little bit. So what else do I got that I can play around here with? Nothing. So let's play with this guy over here. Alrighty then. Let's just deal with a little bit of yellow. Actually, before I do any of that, let's do some cleaning here. I don't need you, I don't need you, and I don't need you. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you. Get off my palette. I don't need you either. Go away. Go away. You shame me. Go away. There you go. We clean it up a little bit there. All right. I have a large beach towel on my lap to prevent any marks. We'll mix the orange and the yellow together, just like that. All right. This is not the highlight color. We're just gonna flesh out what would be the main color. We'll add a little white, just a little, just to get it a little opaque. Little bit of glycerin, small amount, extremely small amount. Okay, let's play with this. A nice chiseled edge. The back of the flower is here, so I guess we'll play around with a few of those. I'll just press, go in like that, press, go in, just like that. I like that color. The color's pretty slick. Press a little bit heavy. I'm dealing with very semi-transparent stuff, so you're gonna get a very translucent flower petals, just like that. I'll leave it like that. All right, I'm gonna need a little more white for what I'm gonna do now. This is the bowl. Now I'm painting the flower upside down. Usually you just take the painting and turn it around, but not today. Not today. Thin, thick, go back to thin again, just like that. Okay, all right. That's the part that's facing us, so the bowl's facing this way. All right, see it? See the angle? So it's facing like that. This is the top, that's the bottom. All right, see, look at the bottom there. Alrighty, I can probably fade some of that a little bit there, make it a little, I'll fade it like that. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, let's deal with that. We'll get yellow and a little bit of white for that yellow. So I'll show you what exactly I'm going to do here. Yellow flower. We'll do the bowl first. Give it a little push toward me and then come that way. A little push, boom. So you get that little rim of paint there. Just like that. Aim it toward. And right now, all I need really is that rim of paint to help sell that. Just like that. Okay. All right. We'll deal with that. We'll leave it alone just like that. We're going to go toward the putting more orange into this yellow mix. We're going to get a little glycerin in the paint. We're going to still keep it the translucent flowers here in the back. Now all roads lead kind of to Rome, so whatever we're going to do is going to aim toward there for the outside petals. The petals that are cupped facing us, they have a different vantage point altogether. All right, so we're just going to come here. We're going to give a little push and then we'll boom, a little push and boom, little push. I don't have to have them all nicely rounded. We'll kind of make that on a V and go this way. Come here and push that rim of paint, and then you aim it right toward that circle in there like that. Just like so. All right, instant petal. Pow. All right, a little more glycerin. We got plenty. This paint is thick paint, so I can do this. And plus I wanted it a little thin so you can see little bits of green through the petals. Okay. All right, another one. Push. Go that way. Let's angle it like that. Little angle there. And you push, go inward. Angle, push, go in. And we'll angle one here and push them right in there. Go further and then go in there. Be a chicken, go in there. It's like that. A little more orange. Oh, there you go. A little touch of this yellow. Just a little bit. As we get brighter and brighter, it's going to get more and more yellow. Right here, a little push. Come on in. A little push. Go on in there. A little half a push. Put it in there. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. A little bit of yellow. I got you. See, you know, the good thing about artists is we all have our own little vices on doing things. There's never a wrong or a right way. We all have different styles and different techniques to get to that goal. And, you know, you'll have a certain fan base that appreciates one style, one set, another one appreciates another. So, you know, as long as you achieve the goal you would like, that you plan to achieve, it's all good, baby. It's all good. Let's go for these guys here in the back there. We'll just kind of give a little push and flare them out. I'll do one angled, flare them out like that. Matter of fact, let's kind of curve him inward. So we got a separate guy right here. All right. Okay, let's go to this one here. Boom. Kind of aim him in there. Boom. Aim it in there. Boom. Aim him in there. Let's bring that one back. A little sharper. There we go. Just like that. All right. See y'all starting to work out there? Okay. Another one here. Way in the back. Boom. Sometimes you just need a rim of paint. That's all. Boom. And don't touch it anymore. A little more yellow. Slight touch of white. Put it in there. Little bit of glycerin. Thin it out. Glycerin does not change the color of your paint at all. It doesn't make it darker, doesn't make it lighter, but it will make it transparent. A little rub of paint and boom, a little rub of paint, curve them in there. Let's have one right here. We'll make another petal roll right in there, right in there like that. Okay, we'll play around with this one. As you see, yellow is turning, or orange is turning into a yellow flower. Told you it's going to be a yellow flower. I told you. Listen to the old man. His kung fu is strong. Basically, in our little human minds, even though we've based it in orange, okay, it's your extreme highlights that are being featured as yellow. Okay, and after it tacks up for a bit, because one, you're working with transparent colors to begin with, so that makes life easier. So when you're working with colors that are that thin to either the right out the tube, it makes everything else a little achievable. Okay, all right. I ran out of white paint. Now I'm showing you the examples with this flower. Flower number 2 down there will go by a little quicker. Okay. So we got our white, we got our yellow, boom, put it in there. I think I got a little bit of green stuck up in there too, but that's all right. All right, I don't want it really too opaque. I'm gonna go away from that batch. I got it on my brush. We'll come here. Just like that, because one is much thinner. As you can see, the color didn't change. It's just a thinner paint. Follow me. You got it? Good. Okay, let's play around in here. So we'll just kind of give it a little, nope, not enough. Give it a little push. Boom, and pop them in there. Boom, pop that in there. You see everything's going toward that little circle I got over there. See this? Right up in there. Let's add one at an angle and swoop him in there. Just like that. There, I just got another layer of petals in there. We'll go towards this more opaque stuff here. Alright, and we'll just kind of give it a little push. A little push. We're going to cover that little dot up in there. We'll push. Come in here. Just like that. Come here. Look at that. Okay. We'll add a little cutie thing in there like that. Why not? I still feel I want to put some stuff in there, but maybe I'll just leave it alone. Keep it nice and open. Yeah, we'll leave that be. Okay, let's go with this outside guy. Let's play with, we'll play with the inside first. We'll get a little bit of orange. Orange and brown. We'll just darken that fella. He's kind of underneath stuff. All right, there's still a little bit of orange and yellow on my brush. All right, I don't know how much glycerin we're about to find out right now, but we'll just come here, give it a little touch, and we kind of flare it out. Touch, flare it out. Let's have him kind of roll around like that. We'll have him come in the other direction like this, and then we'll kind of, we're gonna get a layer of, another layer of get a little more orange. We'll put another layer in there. Actually, let's just put a fold in there like this, and then we'll curve him in. You guys can't see that fold. I'm gonna have to lighten that a bit. So let's take a little bit of orange, a little touch of yellow, and some white. We'll make it a petal fold. Your outside fold is brighter than the inside fold, obviously. So right here, little touch, little touch, and we'll curve him in. So you got like a little petal. You got a little fold right there. All right, see how easy that was. Let's have something come here and curve. Go on in there like that. And then we'll give him a little something right here. Curve him in, just like that. Now, I will take some straight white. We'll put it right here. Get some yellow right here. Really beef it up there and get a little more white. Just like that. Not as much glycerin. I'll make this a little more opaque. And we're going to come here. I'll go with a point right here, and we'll just kind of flow it around like that. Come here, boom, flow it around like that. Come here, and maybe we'll have one drip around like that, and then I'll just add a little something there and a little something there. Now, after doing that, I don't want to get rid of that orangey, so I'll just kind of rub some of that off, and I'll return some of that orange maybe. All right. So let's get a little micro touch of brown. Everything's still kind of damp and wet there, so we can still blend all of this like that. Get around, soften that edge a little bit. See this? Just like that. Let's get that corner. Get that corner in there. There we go. Just like that. All right. Clean off the brush. Get some yellow and white, strong yellow and white here. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. Right now, really the edge, really what I'm aiming for here. Okay. I don't know how bright it's going to be. That should make it nicely there. Let's see if I can get a nice one right there. Has to be a little brighter. You'd be surprised how much white you would need to brighten up, because you don't really see it compared to your other colors unless you put it on the paper itself. Actually, I like this, but let's kind of really open that color up there. And right here on the end here, we're kind of scoop it in there. Play around with it, circular motion. Let's get nothing but titanium white. The brighter you go, the less of it you need, so you really don't have to play with this titanium white much. Point like that. All right. We're 99.99% there. Okay. I see that my EpiFan stuttered a little bit, so when it starts doing that, I'll look and see if it's really acting crazy. Actually, I'm gonna do this the cheap way. Where's my other one? I need a wider brush, maybe a good 3/4 inch that holds a pretty decent flat edge. Thank you, Chrissy. I'm just trying to find. I'll use this guy. This is perfect. Actually, it's not really 3/4 inch. It's actually a long stemmed 1/2 inch, but this is more than fine. Let's get my palette knife for 1 second. Why am I using a palette knife? I just want to gather a little bit of white and yellow, just like this. You'll see what I'm going to do here. Right in here. I just need a nice bit of it, and I'm going to pile it right around in here. I'll just pile it right there. Let's go dip into our Dioxazine purple, which will appear very dark compared to all of that. Little Dioxazine purple, and let's use its color opposite, which is this yellow orange stuff. And we'll kind of scrape up a bit like that, and scrape up a little bit more. Let's see if we can get away with it. Right here, we'll come right here and give it a little push. Yep, you guys see it. All right, and a little push there. Come out this way with it, and come out here. Get a little bit more of that bright color. Just scooping it right up in the corner of your brush, and we'll just kind of pop one out there like that. And we'll crisscross them, have them come down a little bit more. It needs more of this yellow white on that corner because it's playing with me here. Pop a couple of this way, like that. Believe it or not, I need more dark. You need more of that deep color there. And then go back into my corner, white and whatever. Just, there you go, strengthen it up. You need it, even with these thin statements, you need a nice strong contrast, so it really appears. Okay, all right. I need more. A little bit more white and yellow mix here. Nice little pile of it there, just like that. I hope I was able to show you something that maybe you can use in your own technique, whatever it may be. And come follow me on Home Artist Academy, where I will get even more in depth with what I'm showing here. Have it curve around there like that. Bring some of those out there. Have them turn that way. Just like that. Have it go past there like that. Have one sneaking around the corner there. Have it crisscross a little bit. Don't make them all tin soldiers. Have them butt up against each other and all sorts of craziness. All right. Thank you, Johnny. For those of you who are interested, yes, I do sell these things. Just contact me on Messenger or my email, which should be on the site, probably in the community tab or the about section there. We're going to draw back a wee bit here. Let's see what we have. I tend to go about 90 minutes or so because I like to run my mouth. I think that would do. And let's put that in focus real quick for you. Okay, let's take off my makeshift dress. There. All right. We're gonna peel off the tape. And no Chrissy, well, yeah, no, I don't save them. Especially these really thin ones. They just kind of curl and shrivel up on you. And believe it or not, the way I came about this background is that I had extra paint, like I do now, which I can get rid of that screen. I can get rid of the screen. Hold on for a second. Let's do it. Is it this way? No, it's not. Mode. Sorry. There we go. We'll get rid of that and we'll bring me downstairs. There. Because I don't do a lot of the watercolor paper much anymore because I got the canvas and the foam board. I just double layer my watercolor paper. All right, let's start with, I'll usually start with the black frame if I don't drop it. Let's put you right here for a minute. Okay, I think we're far enough away, so put you right in frame there. There you go. This black frame actually, without the white paper inside there, the black frame actually fits this. It is 11 by 15. Home Artist Academy, all one word, .co.uk. So it will be http:// www.homeartistacademy.co.uk. I'm one of the instructors there. There's 3 of us. Karen Underwood, Ray Riley, and myself. Ray Riley, they were both oil painters. Ray Riley, 2 R's, does incredible. He does florals, but his thing is woods, landscapes, and stuff. Karen is like the floral queen. Her stuff is fantastic. And then me, she wanted, because I do primarily acrylics, and I do the florals and the woods and the waterfalls and the waves and whatever else, the animals and stuff. So, and I've got quite a bit of of lessons on there too, and they're very reasonably priced, believe it or not. And you know how long some of my tutorials go. They're, you know, you're on 90 minutes or near 2 hours or something like that. But anyway, black frame for this. Okay, I can put a permanent link on there for Home Artist Academy when I'm done here and feeding big boy back there and taking him out. All right, here's the brown frame. I don't know why, but it seems to me the brown frame tends to win out a lot. But that's what she looks like with the brown frame. Okay, this brown frame is actually 11 by 14. Okay, so yep, but that's what she looks like. White basket, yellow flowers this time. Okay, I decided, because I've done enough blue flowers. The last red flower I did was the bloody rose, something with the spider web in the back. Then I did the Wilson Bigford painting challenge, where I did the snow scene. I actually took 2 of his paintings and just incorporated it into one and made a diptych out of it. Diptych is 2 large sheets, you put it into one. So if I cut it in half, it's 2 separate paintings with both of them got their own center piece if you took them apart or whatever. So it's a little thinking and a little bit of planning involved when you do something like that, because if you do split it in half, you still got to have a center of each interest on each side. Okay. Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, Google has that also. You just type in pounds to dollars or dollars to pounds, and it gives you an instant conversion there. But there's so many ways to do that. But yes, the lessons themselves are for you. You go on there and register to the site, you get a free lesson anyway. Yeah, they're there. I'm trying to remember if the conversion is automatic there, or if it does it on its own once you purchase it itself. Obviously I don't have to purchase mine, but yeah, you register, you get a free one anyway. And when we go on live for Zoom, you just register. We got one for tomorrow with Ray, and it's free. You can pay along with them, or you don't. And they got their materials, the colors, everything's already set up there once you get in there. It is, I believe, 3:30 their time. They're 5 hours. Well, for me here in New York, they're 5 hours ahead of me. Okay, so it should be about 9:45 there right now. All right. Okay, Chrissy, because I know it's pretty late over there, Chris. I see ya. Because Chrissy lives beyond the pond herself. So, but if you have any questions, just hit me up on Messenger, and I'll help you out the best I can. Thank you guys for watching. I'll get my head out the way there. Obviously, it'll be posted on Facebook within, who knows, 30 minutes or so. Like I said, I got to feed the giant. I got to take him out while I still got a little ounce of daylight left. And I shall see you guys when I see you. Please be safe and take care. Doubt I'll come on later on tonight, since I've already did this. Because usually I would come on about 6-7 o'clock. So like I said, I had a lot of time on my hands today, so do one of these real fast, and plus yellow flowers this time. So I've done turquoise flowers, I've done blue, I've done red, I've done white flowers, so I haven't done many yellow ones. So there you go, yellow flowers. Take care, guys. Love you. Peace. See you when I see you. Oh yeah, I'm taking them out right now.